Hey, how's it going tonight? Well, hope all you guys and gals had an amazing day out there. I did the best I could. It was pretty amazing. Yeah, I'm sure like everybody else, the weather's getting nicer outside and things like that. And, I think maybe just this energy from this new moon coming around and stuff like that, it was a really good day. Um, you know, yeah, wonderful things are happening all around. And anyways, but yeah, I spent the day, the son and I just outside a lot of it and it was fun. Just, we didn't really do too much. We kind of rode his little trike around and stuff that he's got. And then just kind of sat on the stoop there for a bit. He likes waving at everybody and stuff and that. And, it was kind of interesting today. Lots of people actually responded much better to him. It's funny how many people like just drive right past, like when there's a little kid, you know, just waving at them with the biggest smile and that, like super happy just to say hello. So many people just, drive right past, and it's kind of, yeah, it makes you wonder. But I think that's just because so many people are just stuck in their own little worlds, right? And they don't look out around them sometimes and see, that there is something worth checking out. You know what I mean? But yeah, he just dug in the dirt with his bare hands. Was pulling weeds out of the ground and stuff like that. And it kind of reminded me of what I was talking about before a few days ago and stuff. When you have all those negative thoughts and things, and you're planting those weed seeds out there and stuff, right? You gotta wade through them still, right? You still gotta go through them till you get to the promised land of the beautiful garden and things like that. But just remember, as you go through those weeds, that you brought them there yourself. So you can't be upset with anybody. You can't be upset at, like say the people that drive by or whatever, right? Because if the 3D reality is just dead old news, then, maybe that's because you used to hold a belief that maybe you aren't recognized. You aren't seen, you don't have a value potentially or something like that. But you change that mindset, you do have value, you are worth something, you are worth acknowledging, you're magnetic, stuff like that. Then potentially that's where things get better, right? So it was just kind of interesting thinking about some of those things as him and I just sat there today, taking up the sun, getting some vitamin D in us and things like that. And it was yeah, it was just, it's every day with him is just a beautiful day. He's the joy of my life.